Hello, my friends, it's Amy Rich with another Paper Pumpkin alternate project. I'm a little late on this one because I've been on a couple of vacations and I'm just getting to getting this out to you. But I just think this is one of the most beautiful kits that we've had. It is gorgeous. I love the mountain scenery. I lived in Alaska for a time, so it was beautiful like this. And then we've got the 3 different card bases, and then things, of course, accessories and other things that can be used with these card bases to make these projects in the kit. And we are going to use what you see here from the kit to create our alternate tonight. We've got our stamp set, our card base, our little compass, and a label, and the little ink pad. So we're playing with copper clay, which is of course a new in color from the 2023-2024 annual catalog. And we are actually going to start with a little bit of stamping. So we're going to bring in a happy birthday stamp that was found in the kit, and we are going to stamp it with the banner cut on that left side. So we'll ink up the happy birthday, and then I am going to stamp it actually to the left so that we can trim off a little bit on the right hand side to make that shorter, and we'll do that in a little bit. I am going to bring in a scrap piece of Pebbled Path, which is another one of those new in colors. And all the in colors are featured in the card bases, so it's fun to be able to play with those in colors a little bit more, even with Paper Pumpkin. But I've got my boot stamped now, and I'm just going to fussy cut that. It's not too difficult to fussy cut because it's not too intricate or detailed, but I am going to just go around the boot really quickly. Don't you love how I say really quickly and then all of a sudden my video speeds up? Cool. All right, so let's grab our trimmer because we have some trimming to do on our card base. So bringing in the trimmer, I am going to first flip the card upside down and cut this at 3 5/8 inches, so that we've got this section right here, which is super pretty. Then we're going to flip it back the other direction, and we're going to cut, we're going to cut it off at the scored line. So we have this piece right here that we're going to use. And then I'm going to flip this again and cut it at 3 1/8. So a little bit shorter this time. And then you've got this left over to use how you wish. But these are the 3 pieces that we're going to use right here. Then while we're here, let's go ahead and put our banner in, and we're going to cut it at, depending on where you stamped that, you know, you're going to want to cut it off. Oh, I'm going to go just above the 3 3/4 inch mark. So it's like this. So go ahead and trim it. I use the trimmer to trim it because it ensures a straight cut, whereas you might want to just snip it with your paper snips. Either way, it works just fine. I just wanted to make sure it was nice and straight. Then I'm going to bring in a couple more extras. So here we've got a piece of copper clay cardstock, and as you can see, I have already gone ahead and scored it. Now the reason I did it in advance is because I knew I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible because we will have new kits in hand very soon for the month of June. So this is scored at 3 5/8, 6 7/8, 7 1/4, and 10 1/2. And then as you can see, I've already cut a hole in using the Nested Essentials dies. And I have to tell you right now, I think this is one of those must-have die sets, standalone die sets in the new annual catalog. So what I did was I took the second largest and I put it in the center of this panel over here and ran it through to cut that out. The second thing I did was I took some of the Daisy Designer Series paper, and actually it's this side that I love so much. It's got a little boho blue / azure afternoon feel to it on the back, and I thought it would pair nicely with the sky here in our card. So this is all I have left of this particular piece. But what I did was I took my second smallest die, or second largest die, and then also the largest die, and I ran that through to make myself a beautiful little frame for this opening. So that is the first thing that I'm going to do, and actually we're going to turn it this way because that's the direction we're going to need it. Not that it really matters right now, but just helps me think through how this card goes together. I need to get myself another one of these liquid glues because I think I've emptied a few lately and it's not coming out. Okay, let's give this a try. Hopefully, yay, we've got glue. Okay, and we're going to add this then around the outside of the opening. And what I love about the liquid glue option is that now I can just slide it into place so that it fits perfectly around the opening. All right, so once we've done that, now we're going to flip this back over, and then we're going to take our 3 1/8 by 5 1/2 piece, and I've already put adhesive on, and we're going to go between these two center score lines. There are going to be 2 more over here, so ignore those, but go within these. Well, it would be the first 2 score lines, and we're going to add that right between those lines from top to bottom on the card base. Isn't that gorgeous? Ah! All right, so then when we close this on that first scored line to the right, we're going to add adhesive here, liquid glue, and then we're going to close the card front over that, and then we're just going to adhere that to that little flap or that little side edge. And then when we open, you can see we've got our beautiful diorama. And actually, wait, time out. Open that up one more time. Oops. We're going to adhere this piece of white, and you can see the size on the screen. That's going to go way over here to the side, all the way over to the edge. Come on, glue, work with me. All right, so then let's try this again. Then we'll now see how now it'll go over the white edge. Okay, that's what I was missing the first time. But now we've got a little diorama, and you can see that white is finished nicely on this side, and that is where you would write your sentiment or add another, or write your message or add another sentiment. And then just this little strip that we cut off is going to go over here along the edge to really bring that all together. Okay, so now we're done with the inside almost. Let's grab our, we've got 2 things that we're going to add. One is our compass and one is our boot. So when we add our compass now, we're going to put it at a little bit of an angle and not quite all the way, because it's going to stick out then. So we're just going to put a little liquid glue. If it'll come out, come on, baby. There we go. And we're going to add that here. So it's sticking off the edge. Now make sure not to put adhesive over here. It's going to seal it down, and we don't want that. And then we're going to take our boot and add a Stampin' Dimensional to the toe area, and then one more like right in the middle. The heel is going to hang off, so we want to make sure again that it doesn't stick. Now let's see if that's going to work. I think I have my adhesive or my dimensional too far, and I do. So let's do this. let's cut that in half so that we have a tinier one, just to lengthen the dimensional space there. And then we're going to add this right down here so that the sole of the boot hits down in that blue area down there. Okay, so super cute, right? There's the front, or there's the center. Now we'll work on the front, and it's really easy. We're going to take this other piece that we cut off. I think it measured 3 5/8 by 5 1/2. And then we're going to add some of our copper clay ribbon. It's a little bit frayed from being jostled about here, so I'm just going to recut that at an angle. And then I'm going to add some adhesive here, just regular Stampin' Seal. I actually put it in a fast fuse container because I needed it in a pinch. And we're going to put it about maybe an inch down. Oh, look, I frayed my edge again. And then we'll flip that over, add adhesive on the back, and just make sure it's covered there. Then we will add, and I think I'm going to use liquid glue again. Our Stampin' Seal fits actually in the fast fuse container, and I was not able to locate quickly one of my Stampin' Seal cartridges, so I just grabbed that one. All right. So now, again, I used liquid glue so that I could slide it around because it's going to fit perfectly on the front of your card. And then we will take your happy birthday, and then we're going to add this right about like so with some more Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a few across. I really like my dimensionals, especially when they come in the Paper Pumpkin kit, because I consider that free then, right? Isn't that how it works? Okay. And then we've got ourselves a really cute card, and this is really going to bug me, so I'm going to have to trim that again. And now that it's on there, it should stay. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos so that you don't miss a single one, especially these amazing Paper Pumpkin alternates. Thanks for joining me. I will see you again.